What's up, otakus? Um, I'm a tour guide here. Uh, just jumping on. Post con, we're wrapping down the summer of Supergirl. Officially, family returns tomorrow. Um, Spent most of the day today just cleaning and doing chores and doing this and that. So yeah, just getting the house ready for my family's return. And I just thought this would be a great opportunity. I've again just kind of a great opportunity to um, jump on and kind of do something I don't normally do, which is like clean a comic book. And so I just wanted to. Uh, I mean, we're not going to go crazy. We're going to definitely take it just bit by bit. But I figure, hey, what's up, Gordon? I figure we just take it. We got time. I'm just kind of bored right now, and so I figure, uh, well, it's just top of mind. Might as well just work on a book. Now, mind you, I'm not. I haven't done a lot of cleaning or pressing books. I'm a novice when it comes to stuff like that, and but I do want to do more of it. So I'm just going to kind of force myself to clean a book that I think again, this is one of the books I've been mentioning how I've been pivoting to. Nice. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in now. Now's better than later tonight. So I'm glad you're here. But as I was saying, yeah, this is a great comic book, and I just figure it'd be nice to work on it. Um, and kind of just do it together with you guys, just to walk you through. Um, Again, it's a for me, it's a process that I'm learning, and you're only going to learn if you force yourself to do it. And sometimes, I do worry about uh, damaging books and kind of doing stuff to the books that would, you know, potentially damage or impact its grade. So um, we've kind of held off on doing work on books just for that time where we really ramp up and dive in and um, really fall down that cleaning and pressing rabbit hole. So um, I just want to, you know, transition into that by just kind of just spending some time on my books here. So as I mentioned, um, I'm really falling in love with this 20 Cent era, this Nick Cardy era. And here's another just fantastic cover by Nick Cardy. And just to give you kind of like the issues with this book, we've got some staining there, some staining along here that looks to be maybe, yeah, it's surface. It's not like seeped in or anything. The book looks to be in, it's kind of dirty, uh, but it's off-white pages for a Bronze Age book. That's kind of to be expected. But we're gonna try and do some just minor, um, minor fixes to the book here without going too far. So we're not gonna try to clean it up like perfectly, but we're gonna try to make things ameliorate things to where um, you might have some success getting some of this gunk off. So the first thing I want to kind of do is just get some eraser shavings on here. Just get a really nice white eraser edge there for when we go tight. But right now we're just going to get some eraser shavings on there like that, kind of on top of the book, and just rub that around and pick up the surface dirt. So we're just hoping these shavings kind of act as a very soft surface clean. It's very, we're not trying to remove like the original ink, trying to keep the gloss. So we're trying to keep a very light circular motion here, where we can get the dirt off and kind of get the gloss shining again. I'm already seeing some pretty good effects. You can see the dirt coming onto the eraser shavings there, and I'm getting a little bit of yeah, it's looking a lot better. I just from the surface cleaning that we're doing here, I do see that it's having a lightening effect a little bit. And what I'm going to do is now put some more shavings on there, and we'll continue this cycle of cleaning. Do a major overhaul. I am eventually going to get there. I feel like it's got to be done in stages. I have been thinking a lot about soaking books, cleaning, getting sort of like more um, sort of more deeper issues on the book. Like, for example, um, deeper kinds of staining, maybe like foxing, just, coming up with the ways to maybe, like one of those like black light, or no, what do you call it? Blue lights that kill off the surface bacteria, and preparing something like that just to kill off whatever needs to be killed off that's kind of spoiling a book because of the maybe mold exposure or something. This right here is working really, really nice because I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing it impact the color really. We're going so light, but at the same time, it is picking up some of the surface dirt. And I just want to get the eraser pieces here. We're going to do some big eraser time here. Get some real eraser shavings on there. Now I'm using this really high polymer eraser. These are really great because they could actually take ink off. I mean, we don't want to take ink off this cover, but that's how strong this eraser can kind of pick up in terms of the dirt and residues. So we're just giving it a nice, again, trying to do as much just really light surface cleaning here. There we go. Get that DC looking really nice. All right, so I think my problem is I don't have enough eraser shavings yet. So I'm just gonna kind of create. There we go. There's some more there. All right, that should kind of help us here. I'm gonna go very light. Yeah, this is just fun stuff for me. Like, this is like relaxing stuff. Just knowing, taking care of my books. Okay, we're gonna try. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we're getting some good results here. I'm not going really aggressive here. We're just doing a really kind of light, but I do see it again. I do see dirt coming off. I do see it getting lighter. So, um, yeah. All right, that's a pretty good surface clean. And now that we have the eraser, what I'm going to do is just kind of go in very lightly. And I kind of want to take like a sticky note. Not that I'm going to like, but I kind of want to, as I'm erasing, I kind of just want to lightly with this adhesive to pick up stuff, pick up some dirt here. All right. Let's go in and do a couple of these. Whoops. Get that thing out of the way here. Yeah, let's go in a little bit more and just softly kind of go in and clean this section here, this white section. And we just want to go in one motion. Now, some of this is, I don't know if it's going to come out, but we want to just go really light. And just have it come up onto the eraser. We want to preserve the color and the gloss, so we're not going really hard, just really light rub, but at the same time, just kind of feeling some resistance there. There we go. And then just kind of give it a nice little, yeah, that looks a little better. That looks a lot better. I mean, there's still gunk in there. I mean, it's still brown, but it cleaned up a little bit. So I'm going to try to go along this edge now, really light. See what we can pick up. Yeah, it's working. Just get some of that dirt off there. Very nice and white. Yeah, just enough pressure to where we're just brushing whatever surface dirt there is, not going deep into the color to impact the ink. That's the hope. Just along the white areas too, just make it really pop. Just right along that edge, top edge there. And look how much is coming off there. See that right there? That's all from just rubbing that edge there. Yeah. I don't know if it's showing up as an improvement. Guess they're just, you'll see little increments of improvement, but already looking cleaner for sure. There we go. All right. The last area I'm going to do is this stain here, but we're going to work our way to that. So what I want to do is I want to now do along the spine here, that little white area. Again, same notion. We just want to get that surface dirt off. I hope, I enjoy watching videos like this when other people do it. So I'm hoping you're kind of the same. Like there's not a lot going on here except looking at the book and kind of slowly seeing something, to start seeing some, some impacts emerge from our efforts here. But what we want to do is be very, very soft along this edge and see what we can get off. This one I feel it's a little, I'm exerting a little more pressure because I just know there's no color impeding us there. So it's not like we're going to pull off any color or ink there. This is a white area. And we just want to make sure it's getting cleaner. There we go. Wow, that looks really good. Boom. Nice. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay. All right. Now we've got a whole back cover here to do, which is actually where we could probably have the most impact. And why don't we do that? We'll start with the back and then we'll work around back to the front to do that stain. And then I think that's as far as we can like go in terms of what we want to do with this book, in terms of cleaning. So we'll just kind of focus there. I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to focus on working here. Now the cotton pad itself, it's the way it's designed, it will just pick up dirt in the crevices of its structure here, um, even without doing anything, right? But now with the eraser, we're also pulling that dirt up, and it's kind of embedding itself into this cotton pad. So, um, yeah, this is kind of like, again, the technique I've seen people use. Obviously, there's different ways to go about it, but essentially, you're just being very delicate. You're letting your eraser shavings and your pad do most of the heavy lifting. And again, it's about you just applying a very delicate amount of force here, not to really. So we got eraser shavings right there on the in the center. And what I want to do is right now I'm just going to focus on one of the edges here and try to get it cleaner. So let me do it so you guys can see it. There we go. It's a good angle. Just do along this edge. It's white, so like I said, when we're worried about removing ink and color, we're going to be a little bit more delicate. But on the white areas, I feel like you can kind of do like a broad stroke and try to pull as much of that off as you can, because you can be a little bit more aggressive in the white areas in terms of pressure and kind of what you want to see. And yeah, we're getting that is, as you can see, like you compare down here and see the impact it's having. So we're already seeing really good results here, at least on this corner. And then we're going to have a lot of shavings when we're doing toward the end there. All right, so kind of want to maintain that broad stroke there to that edge. And again, we don't want to be too, just light strokes, like broader strokes, but not being too forceful there. Really, again, letting the eraser do the work. And it's looking good though. All right, there's I'm just gonna give it a nice little wipe here and pick up some dirt. All right. Okay. It's a little cleaner, definitely. Now we're gonna do this edge here. I think you're gonna see some dramatic lightning here. This bottom edge is pretty dirty, but we're just applying the right amount of pressure. And as we kind of continue, I'm sure you'll see it on your end. Just slowly improving. There we go. All right. I know with the lighting, it's kind of hard to see, but does look better. There's just some embedded stuff right there. I don't know how you see it right there and right there. Let's see if we can. Okay, well, yeah. Obviously, can't get it completely clean. There's a that's kind of a stain, so I don't want to like try to force a stain out. The stain seems to be kind of more resilient than like the surface dirt, so we won't get OCD on that quite yet. So again, I think with some of the stains, we do the kind of the ultraviolet light techniques for germ killing. That should help. All right, so the last part is just this final edge along here. Again, we're going to be very delicate so that we in one motion. We're not going to come back because that will tear. And this one also is a little bit more pressure along this area since it's really dirty. There we go. Yeah. It's looking a lot brighter. Being a little bit more aggressive here. You can probably hear just do it a little faster with a little bit more pressure. But looks fantastic. Okay, so just gonna do more of the edge here. Take a little bit more of a little bit more pressure along the edge there. Okay, and then one last I don't know. Let's run along that edge. Okay, so now we have a lot of shavings here, which I think it's gonna see all the shavings there. Boom. We're gonna put that right back on top of the book and do some more work. So just bear with me a little bit. Boom. All right, we got some shavings on there. Now we're ready to just kind of clean the back of the book. Very soft motion here with a cotton pad. Kind of just put some paper on here like that. All right. Yeah, just kind of wrap some shavings there and just a really light circular motion here. Just trying to get all the surface gunk and dirt picked up. Get some of the wider areas white. Yeah, looking really good. Now this book has not been pressed, and I think with the press, it's going to look really, really nice. So we're just queuing it up for my man, my main man, saving him some work here by just cleaning it ourselves here. And looks fantastic. All right, so just already from like a visual standpoint, it looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot cleaner. So the time here we spent is well worth the investment here. Yeah, it looks good. All right. So the back is fine now, and now we're just gonna kind of finish up here with this stain here. And what I want to do is I just want to kind of lightly put some bleaching agent on here, just to help kind of loosen up that stain if it is kind of in the book. Just kind of, surface. You've got to keep it really light. So just give me a second here as I get bleach. All right, I just put the lightest. You can probably see the solution there. It's a little wet there. You can see it on my finger. It's wet. Just gonna let it kind of dry out a little bit, and just get the surface there a little moist. Let that bleaching agent kind of work into the book. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, and it's a little drier, just going to a nice little rub here and see what we can take off. All right. Yeah, it came off. It came off a little bit. Gonna get the wet part here and give this area another nice little. There we go. Yeah, that one's coming off nicely. That one's coming off nicely too. So the stain on the book, this one's a little embedded, so I don't know if it's going to necessarily come out. But this one over here, that one looks a whole lot better already. So definitely getting the effects that we want. And look what's come off already. You see that stain? That green gunk is the stuff that's was, I think, sitting there on that book, and now it's out. So yeah, looks fantastic. It's cleaning up really nice from before. So I think what we want to do now is just kind of finish it off with just a nice eraser shaving clean, and we'll just add some more eraser shavings here. Get the eraser clean for the next time we do this with you guys. Figure I might just keep doing this. Keep just a steady workflow of surface cleaning books here. Kind of like we did before. This time I want to just focus on the problematic areas here in the lighter areas, and just get some eraser. There we go. Yeah. Let's pick it up dirt. Looks a lot better now. Boom. All right, so yeah, we got a lot of dirt off the book. I'm going to do this section here too. And then we'll be done. All right, so we got more here. I'm just going to use our last little swath of clean. There's a lot of creasing here along this edge, and along the creases there, the dirt will embed, and it'll really make the creasing look a lot worse. And so this is why it is important to clean before you press books, because if you press a book and there's that embedded dirt and whatnot in the cracks or just in the surface area of the book, you're sometimes you're baking in the dirt into the book, making it harder to clean after a heat intervention. So yeah, it's important to kind of clean it thoroughly first, and then introduce whatever moisture and press it out. Now, again, I am a novice. I don't know if that's necessarily the protocol that other people use, but I would imagine that that's the approach, just from a very intuitive standpoint. That's kind of, I guess, what you'd want to do. And yeah, there's a nice layer there. Okay, well, you know what? I think in terms of the cleaning process, we've done some good things here. Looks fantastic. Let's take a look at the back again. It was looking really, really dingy when we started, and looking much better now. Yeah, I don't think we need to go more than that. Obviously, we get OCD about it. We could really get obsessed with making it look flawless, but this is as good as we're going to get it, I think, without soaking or. Again, I think the black light or the blue light will help with some of this. That's actually looks like to be maybe a little bit of foxing, some of that staining there. But for the most part, it looks really, really good. Yeah, looks real good. Okay. So very happy with the results of this. Just give you another look at it kind of up close. Yeah, Much cleaner. Okay, well, that's kind of all I wanted to do today with you guys. So I'm just gonna let you get. Hey, what's up? Hey, Kenneth. um, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Nothing too crazy, just some fun comic book stuff. And we'll do more of this. You know, this is kind of like background stuff that I do eventually want to kind of do more of. Um, I do want to get into pressing now, and I feel like getting very close, like to getting the press and experimenting, and I'm doing all that. So we'll see. But yeah, not bad. Really great comic book here. Um, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's really good condition Bronze Age book here from an era that we actually absolutely love. I love this early '70s era of Action Comics, and thanks for joining me on this cleaning session here. Let me know. Do you think you guys think I could? Is there something I could probably do to? Oof! I got a bunch of eraser drunk on this book. Let me know if there's something you would recommend in terms of my cleaning techniques. Something I'm not doing right, maybe. Something I should include, exclude. Materials I should get, or things I should be focusing on. Just let me know. I do rely on my community members to just gonna stand for a little bit here. Just give me a second here. That eraser gun gets everywhere. It's like, there we go. Right. Back on the board. And then let's show off the book once more once it's in the board. There you go. Yeah, even those little subtle things, like at a macro level, it does change your perception of the book. You know, when something's kind of dingy, you see the dirt there, versus just taking a little bit of the time to kind of like lighten it, remove it, just improve the visual. As you can see, like, I don't know if we go back and rewind, but this book was kind of on the dingy side, and now it's on the brighter side. So still not done. Obviously, still needs a press, and I think the spine is okay in terms of alignment. Just needs a straight press now. But yeah, what a fantastic Nick Cardy cover here. I got to stare at for a little bit, and yeah, that is that. So again, thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Keep collecting. Peace out.